Okay, so in this video I'm going to be going over the main parts of the syllabus. This particular syllabus is for IB Physics 1, but all of my different syllabi have these elements in common, and so you're welcome to look at your specific syllabus for more information that's available for you on Canvas, which I will show you momentarily. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the required materials. For the class, you must obviously have a technology device. You should have been provided with a Chromebook, and you can use that Chromebook to access Canvas. If for some reason your Chromebook is not working, then you need access to either a smartphone or a laptop or a desktop computer, some way to access Canvas. Do keeping in mind that there is an app for Canvas that you can download onto your phone. Of course, you need something to write with. You need a notebook for your notes. You need notebook paper so that you can do your scratch work on that paper. And you need a scientific calculator. And if you don't have a calculator, there's lots of scientific calculators available that you can use online. Of course, the way grading works is has not changed. Formative grades are going to be 25% of your grade, and summative grades like tests are going to be 75% of your grade. I would not anticipate any homework grades for the school year, at least not in my class. So formative grades would be things like, quizzes or minor assignments, and then summatives are probably going to be tests or major projects if we have those. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to talk about. Now, let's go over to Canvas. And I want to walk through Canvas so that you understand the different features available to you on Canvas. So when you go to your dashboard and you click on My Class, this is the first page that should pop up, and this is my home page. Okay, now at the beginning of class each day, when it's time to join my class, you should be able to do this from your calendar as well, but all you have to do is click where it says, click here to join at the start of your class period. Okay, so if you have my class for first period starts at 8:20, you would come in at, maybe 8:19 or 8:20. Don't be late to class, of course, but you would just click on that link and it would open up the Webex meeting for class. Okay, when we move to the asynchronous part of the class, which I'll talk about in a minute, then you would go to modules. You can either click modules here or you can click modules off on the left side of the page. Now, for tutorials, before or after school, you can click here to attend Webex tutorials, but you can only do that during scheduled tutorial times. So let's talk about my tutorial times. Right now, I have availability basically before and after school every day, aside from Wednesday. This is after we get back. For at least the next couple of weeks, I should be available before and after school every day, up through at least 4 p.m. and later if needed. And again, to come to my tutorials before or after school, all you have to do is click on that link from my homepage. I will update this, by the way, from week to week if I have a meeting or if I need to change my availability. I will update this and make sure you check back here, but this is my normal tutorial times. And so unless I tell you otherwise, Wednesday is my only off day. And again, I'm not going to have any off days until we return to school after the first 3 weeks. Okay, now the bell schedule, I should have sent this out to you, but the bell schedule, if you click on that link, it should open up a copy of the bell schedule. Ranch Tree is now on a full block schedule, which means we have 4 classes each day, and you can kind of see how it goes. So on A days, you're going to have first, second, third, and fourth period for 90 minutes each, and then on B days, it's going to be 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. You can see how the times work out. Each class period is 90 minutes. We are going to have 3 lunch periods, A lunch, B lunch, and C lunch. For the next 3 weeks until students start returning to class, everybody is going to be taking A lunch, which means that if you have a 3rd period or a 7th period class, that class actually starts at 12:05. Okay, so when we come back to school, your teacher should tell you which lunch you actually have. For the time being, everybody's going to eat lunch during the A lunch time. Okay, so that means when your 2nd or 6th period class ends at 11:25, at that point you have half an hour to go to lunch, and then you should come back around noon. Okay, there's also an advisory period that you'll have with your 3rd or 7th period teacher for 25 minutes. Okay, so that is the bell schedule. You can always access that from my homepage, or if you want to take a picture, you're welcome to do so. Now, the other things I want to show you on Canvas, there's some class resources, PowerPoint notes that I've made. Those are the PowerPoint notes that we will use for this class. And so you can always click on there and see the PowerPoint notes that I'm using. Here's the class procedures and expectations. Here's the list of, or here's the class syllabus if you want to look at the syllabus. And so most of the time, either you're going to be in Webex for synchronous instruction, or you're going to be clicking over here where it says modules, and you're going to be working through the modules on today's assignments. Now, all of the assignments should be given in the specific order that they should be completed. Okay, and so you would just go through one at a time. And not all of these are going to be assignments. Some of them are going to be just, like procedures and expectations is just a link to the procedures and expectations document. And so not all of these are going to be assignments, but most of them are. So videos are assignments, quizzes, this Flipgrid activity that you'll be doing later, those are all assignments. Okay, and so when I release you from the synchronous time, after the first 45 minutes, you're going to leave Webex and you're going to go to modules and you're going to complete these assignments. Okay, and then the last thing I want to show you is the calendar. If you click on calendar over here on the left, you should be able to see your class schedule for the different class periods. Here you can see all the different classes that I teach for physics, but you should only be able to see the class for your specific class period. And you can always access my class just by clicking on that link and then clicking where it says click here to join class. Okay, now the last thing I want to talk to you is about Webex. When you're using Webex, we're using Webex for our synchronous instruction during class time. You're expected to log into Canvas to access Webex at the start of your class time. Again, please don't be late to class. I'm going to take attendance through there. And so that's where we're going to be, taking attendance, doing warm-up questions, asking questions, receiving direct instruction. All that good stuff is going to be done through Webex. Okay, and that's also how you're going to attend tutorials either before school or after school. Now, when you go into Webex, of course, make sure that you have your microphone muted unless you're talking. Make sure that you have your camera on during synchronous instruction time. The reason you have to have your camera on is just for attendance purposes. Okay, so we have to be able to see you to verify you for attendance purposes, so please make sure you have your camera on at least during the first 45 minutes, unless your teacher tells you otherwise. There is a way to raise your hand in Webex, which I can show you, but basically, if you click on the Webex screen, the three little dots where it says more options, you should see something that says, raise your hand. Okay, and so if you have any questions, you can always either raise your hand, or you can just ask in chat, and then I can respond to your questions in the chat. Okay, and most of the instruction that you're going to receive this year is going to be through Edpuzzle. I make my own videos using screencasting tools, and so I will be making those videos, going over notes, explaining things, showing you how to solve problems, and you're going to access all of those videos. The videos are going to be done through Edpuzzle, but all the videos are going to be posted on Canvas, and so you're going to access all those videos on Canvas, just like you're watching this video right now. Okay, and so hopefully that covers most of the important information. Please take a look at your specific syllabus, read through there, and let me know if you have any questions. And I will see you guys in the next video.